Hello and welcome to another Race for Wool match from the Reddit Minecraft tournament. This is from qualifying round A between Bread Brigade and Elite Four. This is a really exciting game. I hope you enjoy.
There we go, the countdown's coming in. Sandwich, get in your draw. Good boy.
Here we go.
Oh, look at them all settle down.
Elite Four against Bread Brigade in round 1 of RMCT, and off they go.
2, 1.
Down they go.
And they dropped.
Both teams dropping off. First over the fence is Bread Brigade.
Oh, Bread Brigade.
Closely followed by Sandwich for Elite Four.
Looks like Sandwich is going over the top. Dave is going over the top of the trees also. And pretty much neck and neck. Sandwich is actually nope, he paused.
Oh, Bread Brigade. Oh wait, no. 2 members. It's kind of like a
Alright, Elite Four is ahead again. And the reason we're kind of curious as to who gets ahead first is because a lot of times in a rush strat, whoever is ahead first controls things, but we're really neck and neck, and that can be important.
And no arrow fire once again, just like the match the other day. Absolutely no PvP yet.
No,
Karate
people are
dude
grabbing
for Bread
supplies.
Brigade storming ahead, past second, on his way to third. Or her. No, it's his.
Very nice. Only Sir Ghibli is the girl.
Yes.
And
really making a push.
I can't view
Sandwich
inventories,
catching up.
unfortunately.
You can't view what?
I can't view inventories.
What, from right clicking?
Yeah, unfortunately. So Nika has the power 2. You can do /VI to check inventories.
Yeah, VI Karate, I'm just going to say. Karate has got a full stack of TNT, plus some. The blast protection for the iron legs
PvP
and
going
chain chest.
Shots being fired by Karate here. And
No.
I'm going to go back and catch up with everyone else. Looks like we have 3 members of Elite Four pushing up to third. They're definitely going for some sort of hard strat to take it and hold it. Whilst progress for the second wall is minimal, with players for both teams taking positions, gathering resources.
This
Jordan
explosion
looks like he's going to hold it.
was actually team-inflicted, purposeful. Sandwich put the TNT on there.
I think that was
cleared
just
it out very quickly, just to clear off the gold.
to get the gold block off the top of that chest.
Off the top of the chest and move away. And the other team, Bread Brigade, looks like they just broke their
They
chest
just
from
punched
underneath.
it. I guess the issue is you don't have a pickaxe that can break a gold block at this point, so it's safer to to do one of those 2 options.
You know, we've seen a lot of entities moving through the corners of blocks.
Yeah.
Yes.
What Conundrumic for Bread Brigade has done is place TNT near the diamond chest for second wall, and has picked up the diamond picks through the glitch in the edge of the blocks.
Ah, nice.
Without
that
having
is
to start
very
digging at all.
interesting. We do have Sandwich from Elite Four already over here at third. Looks like he's already starting to break blocks, get things prepared. Nika is also up front, going to be his spotter, his shooter, protector.
Yeah,
So Elite Four.
Sandwich is breaking the ice and using ladders to make it flow in a particular way, which is quite clever, really. Looks like he's going to dig straight down and then allow the water to flow down his hole here.
Controlling that physics. So again, we are seeing Elite Four make the rush on third.
2 of them are behind by second, David and Jordan, though they seem ill-equipped. Well, not ill-equipped, they are just unequipped at this point.
Sandwich hasn't dropped down. I kind of expected to see him.
No, he was just going up to break the ladder so the water would flow, and he's now going to come through and drop down any moment, I believe. Or he's digging something else out.
Because,
There we
Oh,
go.
there it is. There it is. Go ahead, Odd.
Conundrumic for Bread Brigade, who picked up all 3 of the diamond picks, has actually moved up to third, and there are actually no players at second for Bread Brigade, even though that they have picked up some of the resources there.
That is a large column of water that Sandwich has opened up down there.
Yeah.
And he's going down. Usually you only see it a couple of wide. That's like a 4x4. Nika is still set in position and is working on trying to keep them back. 3 members of Bread Brigade are all here looking to get into third.
David the Elite just broke the chest containing the end, and there goes green wool for Bread Brigade. I was just going to say,
Beautiful.
David just broke the chest containing the enchantment table and failed to pick it up. It's sitting on the ground as an item, so he does not have the enchantment table he thinks he has.
Oh no. Well, Bagel is the only member of Bread Brigade that is not forward at third, has slipped in here, got first. Not any real competition from Elite Four at all. Nobody's back here, so this is going to be an easy to grab. He's going to get out of here, and they've got it. They're sandwiched with red, so these teams have chosen to get first and third, complete opposites. So we do have one wool each.
PvP starting off at second. Another interesting strat that I didn't know about is Jordan found a way to dig through from behind. Instead of digging around from the start, has dig around behind for the diamond picks, which is another strategy I haven't seen. Have you seen here, honey?
Yes.
I did not know that you could get access
there
from
are
that point.
a couple of points that you can go. That there is a pass around through this area where basically you can get it from the other side.
These blocks.
We have an Icarus. Sandwich is preparing to Icarus back up from third right now.
These are things you have to watch. Oh, there's the signal. That's the signal.
There it is. Oh my goodness. Raise your dongers. That was the signal. He's like, I'm going to have a signal. You will know.
Whoa, beautiful.
And that is the
Beautiful,
fastest
perfectly.
water. Oh my word. That was absolutely stunning.
Perfectly. And that is why he had such a wide water column. That was just perfectly executed.
And he caught it and
man.
he's right back up. That is the fastest anybody's gotten up a water column. Beautiful use of an Icarus. Absolutely beautiful. We do have Karate all the way up on top of third. They're aware of him. Nika is shooting.
Bit of a firefight going on between Jordan and Conandromic at the entrance to second at the moment. I don't know whether either of them are preparing to run that wool, but they're just exchanging shots right now.
It looks like
we
Jordan
had
was
that
left there
earlier.
just to defend it, and the same for Conundrumic, because there must be other players on their teams who have been set to do it and they're just there to hold it.
Yeah.
So Sir Ghibli and Karate are both kind of back and forth with Nika, trying to get control, to have a chance in theirs. Sandwich has dropped down into the void lane, but he's dropped off. Wool, Nika is grabbing it, replacing it, kind of going back to the fight. Very interesting.
A second player for Bread Brigade has entered. Second is Bagel Bass. Probably one of them, either Conundrumic or Bagel, are going to start running it. Jordan pretty low. Haven't had night yet, so whoever dies is going to have to run it all over again.
Karate Dude has a minecart placed at the top of third here.
Conundrumic digging down to the ice dungeon just in the middle of the...
I think he's going to drop down in a minecart. Yeah, he's off. Down he goes. Oh!
I completely forgot we had a RTP, and I almost missed. I did miss that.
And
Alright, so he
Nika
didn't make it.
managed to take him out just at the last moment there. I think it
Was
may have been
doomed
a
to
combination.
fail.
May have been a combination of fall damage, and Nika may have just shot the minecart, and he fell just a little too far. But that was an interesting way of dropping down.
Again, we're seeing the TNT for quick pillaring.
3 members of Bread Brigade at second. Conundrumic doing some magic that I have not seen. He's in the bowels of the second. Not really sure where he is though. I see Martin's with him.
I'm here now. He's also doing something with a minecart, and I have no idea what.
And
Isn't
I
there
can't
rules
even
against
get
minecarts
there.
and bedrock?
There is if he's intending to use the minecart to teleport through, but this is a furnace minecart, I think.
Sir
Interesting.
Ghibli, I'm just curious if he's going to do a
Oh,
TNT with that.
here he is. He's popped out the side.
Sir Ghibli was killed at the top of third, so they have nobody at third right now. Nika has left.
Perhaps they're going to try and blow up the entities and pick him up with a car. Yeah, they've blown up their own chest.
Nika has left the top of third, and he is kind of making...
Wow.
He's got it.
That was really interesting. I don't
That
quite.
was pretty good.
I didn't quite understand the significance of that minecart, though.
Oh, really? I didn't see how it helped.
No, I don't know what what the minecart had to do with anything there.
But
Oh,
he did
that's
get
so-
in there.
Conundrumic didn't even have to run it. He's all the way back up. Going to be having it safely.
Through the mountain, yep.
So he placed that
Yeah.
TNT from the pass-around spot, didn't he? He didn't
Yeah.
actually run the wall at all.
Not at all.
Very
I
This
interesting.
got
means
it.
3 members of Elite Four over here by second now.
TNT purposely being exploded.
Karate Dude is back at third, attempting to rerun this. I guess he's going to have to do this the traditional way now.
Bagel taken out by Jordan. Nika was setting up an area below. Looks like he is going to just try to set up like a sniper bin. Yeah, he's got his bed set up, ready for night. He is looking to just basically take them out in the water flow. That is where he's stationed. If they're going to go ahead and let them get whatever they want down, but then he's going to be there to try to take them out.
Be quite interested to know if Elite Four know that Bread Brigade have the cyan wall. I mean, obviously they can see the water, they can see it's exploded, but I don't know if they know that they actually have it.
Now,
Which is interesting because... Sorry, go for it.
Sandwich is in full diamond, looking like he's about to run some stuff too. Go ahead, babe.
Yeah, it looks like Elite Four does have a plan to maybe do it the old way. Yeah, here he goes. His Sandwich goes.
Karate Dude
With
is
2 members.
Karate Dude having another attempt at third, but shot once again by Nika on the way down.
So if Elite Four can hold them off of third, they still have time to get first and second. Conundrum is really, really in hurt. I mean, he's got 1.5 under hard-fought pressure. Jordan is just pinging in there. Yeah, there he
just
goes.
before he could sit his spawn as well. I think I'm going to hop in. This is a pretty interesting point in the match. I'm going to hop into the channels. And I shall report with what I find out.
Nika is equipped with the Power 2 bow, and he has a bed, so he'll be setting spawn in here any moment, and that is a really powerful lockdown position
right,
to be in.
I saw that. Sandwich is absolutely running this straight. He's got his diamond, and he's got a diamond pick. He is just powering through, trying to get down as quickly as he can to the wall. I want to see what Bagel is doing. Bagel had to come all the way from the front, is in leather. Now they've already got first and second. Question is, are they secured? And how close are they to getting third? It really... Oh, looks like David the Elite has pulled all the way back to the beginning just to harass anybody coming down.
But to be honest, he's the one being harassed. He's very close to death right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of mobs over here.
David is also carrying the 3 emerald blocks, so whether he's going to do something with those to get the power bows, we will see.
I'm actually curious if he was coming back here to run first, and yeah, he's digging down now.
Yeah, he is. He's running first, isn't he?
So he's here to run first and just try to do some PvP while he was here. Said, you know what, enough of that. I'm hurting. I'm going to go ahead and get down to it with these mobs, with the PvP. He's just going underground. So Elite Four looking to grab the first wall, and they've already got the third wall. There you go, Sir Ghibli.
Taken out
by Nika
once again, and now they are really... They've at least got the water flowing now, so they can
right,
jump
that's
down.
Some
but
progress. And that sandwich.
There's a cyan.
Both teams have 2 walls. This is so beautiful.
Let's see how he passes this wool around, and if he does something fancy like we saw yesterday. Hey, Ard.
So, as always, Elite Four, very colloquial, very chatty. I didn't even hear a word of strat really going on apart from these guys are doing this. Sandwich's tits were scared when he lagged out for a second. And he had to calm his tits, as in his own words.
I've also seen them park them for when they're going to practice. Yes.
Bread Brigade, on the other hand, are much more formal. They are aware that Elite Four have both second and third, and have moved to first to try and stop David the Elite, no matter how.
Sandwich managed to get the cyan wool through to Jordan once again using some kind of an item elevator of some kind, I guess, because he has run back and he made it back successfully, but he also passed the wool around for safety. So cyan is safe.
2 members of Bread Brigade, both Sir Ghibli and Karate Dude, while you guys were talking about that, they were both trying to make it across, and mobs. There was a double creeper explosion, then another creeper explosion. One was shot out of the world by a skeleton. They're not making any headway to get back down to third. They just keep getting taken out.
The strategy to get into first that Parker did yesterday, similar things being done by David now, because of all the mobs are in the bowels of the dungeon entrance, but he's having some problems with Conundrumic and others in this position.
I will tell you a major problem with where he is now is he is activating a zombie spawner, and the mobs are really building up down here.
Oh wow, so they are.
I think he's in range.
Yes,
Sandwich still in full diamond, and he has backed all the way off to third. He's getting a bit of mob trouble too. He's at half health. He's backed all the way over to third. I'm curious if he is trying to go ahead and take the place of Nika, or going to give them extra coverage. Yeah, Nick is still down here. I think Sandwich is going to cover up top. Nick is going to cover down below. They have made their declaration. Bread Brigade, they do not want you to get red wool.
So the situation we have now is a bit of a dual lockdown. David is a bit locked down at first, and Bread Brigade are locked down at third.
Yep, Jordan's just run back to the Cyan Wall. He's getting some mob problems though. He's got zombies in a foxhole with him. It should be interesting to watch.
Now he did actually place it. We have a bed set up. However, Karate, you try to sleep, but there were all these mobs, and they're immediately taken out. So a lot of mobs. Check out where Sandwich is.
David's come back up now.
Maybe he's aware of the mob problems, or maybe he's having a bit of problems with Conundrumic. I think
maybe he is missing some
Red Brigade
items.
could put the resources into stopping David quite effectively. The only issue is that once he gets past the initial cavern area, he is pretty much open to do the run himself.
Sandwich is doing an interesting dig.
David's taken a bed down with him. I wonder if he's going to set spawn. That's why he came back up, I think, to pick up a bed.
Ooh, Ghibli shot out of the world.
Sandwich is dug all the way through third around the backside. I'm not sure if they have to re-get red. Do you see red anywhere?
Yes, they've placed a red wall in the backside.
I did say they placed red wall up here. Sandwich is just dug all the way around, so they still do have a red. He's dug all the way around. I'm not sure what they're looking to set up there. That is a very exposed bed that Bread Brigade has set up.
Oh, plenty of boom boom signs for you to read, honey.
Oh, I am sure there are. Alright, back to Bagel. He is again in the front area. He and... Oh, who do we have here? Karate. Are both up front. We also still have the shooting going on, the sniper fight with Conundrumic.
Is it possible that Sandwich is just trying to get blocks? Because he's dug out an area and I just can't tell what the purpose of it is.
That's what I was curious about too. I couldn't see all the purpose of what he was doing, but he was digging like crazy.
Indeed. He's very low hearts as well, with some mobs on his tail.
Now, David is really only has an iron chest. They would probably be pretty good to pass off some better armor. He is looking to try to take off the mass of mobs below him, but again, like you said, he's activating spawners. This is really not pretty.
No, does not look good in there right now.
Jordan getting shot up top, just in leather. There he goes.
Yeah, Brigade doing a pretty good job at holding first, especially seeing as it's one of the less fewer PvP rules in the map.
There's a bed down here. Looks like Karate and Conundrumic are looking at just keeping themselves parked right here. So yeah, we have a double lockdown.
I guess it comes down to who can pain loop the wall fastest. Can Elite 4 pain loop first, or can Bread Brigade pain loop third?
I would say
David has come out.
I would say first is the one that if you just battle on and on you can achieve, whereas third you could just be stuck here forever.
Nika can keep that locked down for a very long time.
Yeah.
I suspect we're going to see a Sandwich running first or passing off gear. Jordan is coming back up.
Ooh, the forces that... Oh, Karate leaving the game, hopefully just momentarily.
Sandwich is just devastating this area. Again, still only the 2 hearts. He obviously has no food to regen. He's put down a crafting bench. Let's take a look at his...
Oh, is that zombie going to drop on his face?
He's getting in good position. Oh.
I've seen a lot of yellow deaths pop up. I'm wondering if Elite 4 are able to retake first.
He does have almost 2 stacks of cobblestone. Nika
Was that
into the
intentional?
void lane.
Did we see if that was intentional?
No, it did not. But he does have a bed here. He might have been out of food.
Yeah, it may have just been that he was low on food when he suicided, so...
I don't really see a box. MK gets no boom boom. There you go. I don't really see where he may have put his stuff, however. He does actually look like he could be in trouble. Unless they've got supplies elsewhere. He is actually leaving The hidey hole.
Ooh.
Interesting enough, Bread Brigade have 2 people in the house over second. Looks like they're trying to gear up as quickly as possible and head over to first. Sandwich in full diamond armor joined by Jordan, and they're both heading their way over to first.
Well,
Jordan
was here just a moment ago. I think he just respawned there, having died, because he made a dash for first because Conundromic was briefly taken out, and while he was respawning, Jordan leapt in to try and run the wall, but he was taken out by mobs. So that's probably why he ended up back there.
Looks like Karate Dude had a thought to probably move slightly further into first to hold further positions down the line.
Yeah.
But then realised that she doesn't know.
David, once again, taking the opportunity of a moment when Bread Brigade aren't looking to try and see if he can make some progress into first now.
Yes,
they don't seem to have noticed.
He is right here, setting up the water once again, and Sir Ghibli is not far behind. Stopped and grabbed things. I do not think that was an intentional death by Nika, since he could have at least thrown his stuff on the ground.
Boom.
David got boom boom.
There he goes. David got boom boom, really. We do see Bagel. He is working his way down
going
with
to
the
recover
water.
the position that they just lost.
And Sandwich has diamond armor, so he may run the wall now.
Nika is returning, or is Nika returning, or is he leaving?
And
still no return of Bread Brigade to first.
No, the pressure has
focusing.
That is bizarre that they have just completely dropped the pressure
here. Have they
here.
gone over to third? Have they tried to just have basically said, look, we're going to take a whole team and go to fourth?
I mean, that is not a good move.
Nika go over the edge, and everybody is focusing on third right now. We've got, he's in the bull box. He is about to be in the bull box. Oh, pigmen.
The pigmen are already angry. We have to ignore that message.
I know, but that means they are being taken out by them.
Yeah, Bagel made it through. They have decided just to push for this wall, and Bagel did make it down there.
Yep, he's in there. He's got it.
From Nika.
However, he has to get back out, which is definitely going to be the hard part. One heart.
Oh.
Blocking himself in with
TNT.
TNT.
Lava flares to turn on that TNT.
I don't know. It could happen.
Nika really not in a position to do any kind of defending right now. Sir Ghibli looking
some blocks are being dropped, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, Sir Ghibli is right at the top of that
dropping
bedrock
TNT
hole.
blocks.
Dropping blocks.
So they may be planning an Icarus too, but they're going to be under so much pressure. And Bagel is not healing. He is on one heart and seems to have no food.
I'm going to head back into their channel.
This will be interesting as to what are we doing with this TNT that got passed down.
I guess Bagel is waiting to get some more items thrown down to him. They'll be throwing food, maybe the fence post and things, and maybe build an Icarus. That may be what we're going to see.
Meanwhile, checking on Sandwich, he is making excellent progress on first. He's in the full diamond armor. He's taken out. He's actually being quickly followed by Jordan. They are looking to tag team this. It's going to come down to who can get this third wool and get back on time. They're really right around the corner from first. David the Elite, is that who's up top here? Yes, David the Elite is up top. Looking to just put the pressure on anybody. Not let them get back over here to affect their first wools. Yeah, Conundromic has backed off of that first. I'm not sure if he got killed or if they just pulled back.
So Ghibli is back at the top now. She may be throwing some more items down to Bagel.
Jordan, David, Sandwich, all in the first area. Where is Nika?
So, interesting to report is that they
there goes Bagel.
are perfectly aware that they haven't left anybody at first. They are going for a full man rush on third. They're fully aware also that Nika is just going to keep killing them over and over again.
And Bagel
for the pain loop.
Bagel was just taken out, but now Elite Four have all three wolves.
They have all three wolves.
Bread Brigade felt that at their last check, which was probably 5 minutes ago, that Elite Four were only around the first bend. So they've currently underestimated the progress that Elite Four have been able to make.
Well, again, first rule, if you're going to have to make a push, first rule is the one to make the push on, because it's a lot easier than getting out of that area. And I mean, look, you saw Nika.
I think the wool may have been passed up once again by an item elevator.
Yep, we have Jordan has green wool.
So this could be victory in a moment.
Neither David or Jordan, though, have red wool.
No.
So they might have to go and retrieve that.
Where is red
Which-
placed? That's the question.
The
Red
last
is
one-
placed all the way at the
way
end.
at the back, yeah. They're that one block right
That
behind the...
one block placed at the back, and well, actually, Sandwich had one on
Yeah,
him for
he
a
has
bit.
none now. Maybe they've left it in the house.
Maybe. It's such a shame that Brigade decided to pull everybody out first. I think if they just left 1 or 2 people, then
Yeah.
they would have been able to do the same effect as having the whole team at third.
I think that may have been a
Exactly.
big mistake.
Well,
Here
and
we
you
go.
saw what happened. Even with Nika having to leave and get supplies and come back, he still had plenty of time to get back control of third.
David has picked up
Yeah.
one of the red blocks of wool that was placed just in the water there, so he is virtually back at the monument, and this is going to be GG.
Right, we've got the green in Jordan's hand. David's got the red placed, and
Oh, we have Derpy.
they're playing. Placed.
There we
Jordan
go.
wanted his down
GG.
first. Okay.
Good
Well,
game.
there you go. Not a record setter. 5 minutes. We definitely had to fight. Red Brigade put up an incredible fight, and they did manage to get a hold of all 3 wolves. Now, granted, they couldn't get red out, but they did manage to get a hold of all 3 wolves.
Definitely some new strats that we've seen, and some proved recurring ones.
Yeah,
Which
that
has
was
definitely been from both teams.
The,
And actually, I'm
Go
sorry,
ahead.
I stand corrected. Sir Ghibli, I thought I saw it when I was at the auto ref, did have red wool in her possession.
did she drop down maybe just as the match was ending?
That's one of the things I want to find out, because as I looked at it as the match was over, it did show her having it in her hand. So I'm curious if they were able to get it up, or if it was just a matter of, we went down there and grabbed it at the tail end.
I suspect
But
she will
either
have dropped
way-
down because she was at the top. When I left, she was just at the top, so I can't imagine they would have made it back up with it.
Beautifully done. I can't wait to talk to these guys.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Hey, Sandwich.
Hey, Sandwich, how are your tits feeling?
They were on fire.
I heard. I
They
was
were just,
giggling.
they were beautiful, fiery
GG.
tits.
Hey,
GG,
Beagle.
well played.
It was close.
It was close.
It
and
was,
it was.
very close.
we thought we were going to see an extended kind of dual lockdown, but then Bread Brigade just gave up on first and went all out for third, which I guess may have been a mistake. Do you
We
feel
ran
now?
out. We ran out of bows.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
right.
Oh, you had no
Fair-
choice
fair
but to
enough.
pull back.
Our original strategy was that we were gonna plan for an 8-minute game. If we could have Icarus, we were gonna Icarus out of third, and yeah,
Didn't he shoot you out of your minecart as you were falling?
I believe so.
It did look
Yeah.
like it, yeah.
Pretty much.
That's a
a
pretty
gigantic
good shot.
loss.
He did.
Right when he did it, he was like, "No, I stopped recording for 5 seconds."
Oh, no!
It was so great.
Yeah, we were aiming for an 8-minute game. I was going to rush first, and then we were gonna have someone do the exploit on second, and then
That was really cool to see.
yeah, and then the third we were gonna Icarus out, but he got shot out.
Here's
Well, we
a
did
tip.
get a chance to
aim
see
for an
the
8-minute
Icarus.
game. Aim for an 8-minute game. Plan for a 2-hour game.
Yep.
Yeah,
Wise
We
words.
tried.
that is often how it goes. We did get to see the beautiful Icarus from Sandwich. That was
That
very
was
nice.
pretty cool.
Yep.
All 3 of us, I mean, that was one of those things that's like, wait, Icarus? All of us were there. It's like, yes, I know it's going to be caught by all 3, but we're going to look at this thing of glory.
Yeah,
Nice
that was
control
good to
of the
see.
water, too. That was very interesting, where you placed the ladder and you dug out a nice wide column there.
What were you doing at near the end of the match? Were you just digging blocks at the end?
No, I actually had no food, and I was really afraid of skeletons because of the lag and everything. So I was like super, super cautious because I got shot into the void earlier because of like I couldn't PvP anybody at all. And
What did you actually
Did you
come
guys-
back here for? What was the reason you were back at
So
this end of the map?
essentially, I had only placed 2 wolves, so we only had the 2 red wool to work with.
Oh, okay.
So because the rest of it fell in the void with me, along with the
Oh,
diamond chestplate.
no.
Did you guys know that we had second?
I don't know. I didn't really care.
'Cause we kind of
You were just focusing on your game. Get your stuff done. Get your stuff
Oh,
done.
you guys blew it up. That's cool.
yeah we exploited it.
Nice.
Yeah, that was really cool to see.
Yeah. So it was like the reverse turnaround.
Yep.
I'd just like to give a quick shout out to Kristen Noob for the amazing skins.
They are lovely.
I'd like to give a shout out to Toward the Greater for my skin.
They are lovely. I do
Omitting
like
beautiful
Brad for
Rich
skin.
putting the
and
team
Ted.
together.
Huh?
Omitting Brad for putting the team together. We love all the shout outs.
I really
then-
like the way that Brett has gone about this, though. I think it's good to see teams being set up in that way and kind of mentored by more experienced players. Do you think we might see that more often in future? Are Bread Brigade going to stay together as a team?
I hope so. I believe so. We've really bonded over the past few weeks, so.
Well, we kind of saw that with PME. You know, Rixiot kind of working with the PME guys when they formed and kind of helping them too. So it's really nice to see these new teams come together and work with a mix of people.
Nobody wants to help E4. Sad face.
E4 is stacked already. Give me a break. You guys are all experienced.
We would have preferred more time, but it was so the open house. The time between open house and RMCT4 was so short, so it was difficult to get ready.
Definitely.
So I'm really glad that you interpreted my signal, honey.
Oh, wow. We were already kind of watching what you were doing, and then I had left to go look at somebody else right as Martin said, I think this is an Icarus. And as soon as I TP'd over there, you put that up. It's like, dongers. Like, oh, that would be the signal. I gotcha. So both teams actually had given me little hints going, hey, we're going to be doing something special. You want to really watch me, or you want to really watch me? And honestly, I got to say, from what we've seen so far with quote-unquote new teams, I know there's several experienced people in Bread Brigade, but you were still a newly formed team, you know, kind of all new to RMCT tournament. This was the most impressive game that we've seen so far this season from kind of a new team out there. So really, I mean, look at the auto ref. You both have all three wolves in hand. Out of curiosity, did Sir Ghibli manage? Did you guys get that third wool before the game ended, or was that a quick grab as the game was over?
They were all three there, according to Nika.
What? You talking about the third wool?
Yes.
We managed to get into the wool box, but we couldn't get out.
Okay, so we didn't think it got out, but then right after the match was over, Sir Ghibli had the red wool on her, so we were like, I think maybe she just went down there and got it.
Yeah, Nika was pinning us down. We couldn't get out.
Yeah. I guess you were you hoping to Icarus out if you could?
Yes, that's what we were
Oh.
aiming for.
If you guys were wondering about the 3x3 column of water, that was in case I had to swim out like an animal.
Well, we actually assumed that it was a quick catch. You know, it was like a bigger area to catch. So as you ran, you know, as you did Icarus up, you had a nice large column of water.
Well, that
for a
was
soft
more
landing.
for getting out.
Yeah,
You can land on any depth of water in this patch, and you won't die from any height.
Yeah, we saw that when I think Zed was the one who was like, "Wait a minute, did he just drop in a pool of water?" It was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, well that's a strat now."
But I think if you're
Very impressive.
Icarusing up, it's easier to catch a 3x3 column of water than to catch a 1x1, I guess.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah.
Well,
But if you're swimming up and you're getting shot at the time, then having a 3x3 gives you a lot more protection.
you get to dodge easier.
Yeah.
That was the idea.
So if you had to really fight tooth and nail, you were good to go. That was really beautifully done. Sandwich, we saw you fully decked out and just powering through the second wool dungeon. No real PvP competition at all. That diamond armor had to feel good. You were in protection a long time.
I always play invincible when I have diamond armor. I'm just like, nope, no fucks given here. Sorry.
Did you guys miss having the enchantment table? Because I saw David went for the chest that contains it, but failed to pick up the item, and it just dropped on the ground.
Nah, we didn't really care.
Okay.
So it was a bonus if you could get it, but
Well, we didn't even care about it really, because David's really the only one who gets levels because he clears out like all the spawners. But you know,
Yeah.
if he doesn't get it, he doesn't get it. It doesn't really matter. We
all
really
right,
just
so
plan
it
on.
wasn't missed.
You really just want to plan on having like core items. You don't need to plan on having power items. As long as you can have core items, you can get back in a game.
Sounds
Like
awesome.
like protecting your bows, because
Right.
like it's really important to grab those bow supplies at the bottom there, and not have them blown up. Because it's like the biggest stash.
Well, I think this was one of the most interesting games we've had so far.
Definitely.
How do you guys...
It really was contested. We were really like it could go either way for the longest time.
How do you guys feel about the next round? You'll be facing either 404 or Couple of Dreams.
Who's on Couple of Dreams?
I have no idea. They're one of the newer teams. How do you feel? Fairly confident about that?
Yeah.
Fair
I
enough.
do.
Well, again, all of you guys on Elite Four are an experienced group, and so really, you're going to know what you're doing. You're going to go in there, take a look at the, look at whatever the map is, and we know we're going to expect a good strat, a solid strat. It was interesting when Odd came in, and he came out. He's like, "Yeah, well, as expected, they're just very relaxed. They know what they got to do, and they're just no real strats besides some minor updates. They're just hanging out, having fun."
The way we practice is like we give everyone their role, and we don't really practice as a team until like an hour before the match. But everybody knows their role, and we just like hand it out, and you practice on your own time.
And
so everybody gets their stuff down.
Do you have anyone in the team who is like more of a strategist than the rest of you? Is there anyone who kind of spends time on the map more?
It's pretty much me.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I would guess Sandwich, because Sandwich is the one that I hear all the time going, "I have been picking apart this map, and look what I found." So
I
at
really
least
want
you
to
did
find
with
an
my
exploit.
map.
I really want to find an exploit for Twisted Desert again, just to be so troll.
Just to say you found one.
That,
Yeah, just to say you found one. Interesting, a lot of ladders over here. Well, honestly, both teams, both of you, it was beautifully done match. You both worked really hard. We saw the exact opposite. Bread Brigade getting first wool right as you were getting third wool. It was just like back to back. You both got the second, and it was just so beautifully tensioned out as we were looking back and forth. So it's too bad you guys ran out of bows. We were potentially looking at that 2-hour double lockdown. Who's going to break it first? But in this case, it came down to supplies.
Mm-hmm.
Did it really? How did they lose all their bows? Nika killing them in the void, or what?
Yeah, pretty much. It seems so. There were no bows anywhere, according to Ghibli.
There aren't really that many bows. Like, the most bows there are is the 9 bows down at the bottom, like I said. Like, in the ice area. And that's, the most there are.
Yeah, because there's about 6 PvP chests, I think.
yeah, Bread Brigade, your 9 bows are actually still down here.
Yeah, we didn't bother going for those.
Just a matter of going, yeah, alright. So you just kind of like, by the time we got those, forget it, they're already going to be in. Let's just all in at the third wall.
Yeah. That's pretty much what we were thinking. By the time we ran out of bows, we didn't really, think we had a chance, so we all went for third. Hoped for the best.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all the way around, it was a beautifully played match. We really enjoyed it. Congratulations to Elite Four to move on to qualifying round B.
GG.
Good showing for Bread Brigade.
Any new team, like, their first tournament match is going to be, like, super, super hard, just because, like, the amount of pressure you're under, and, like, you know?
Yeah, I think for a first tournament match, this has been really impressive. So I hope we see more from
you guys should feel
more from Bread Brigade.
Happy with the way you did.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it was a really good showing. Like I said, it was the best showing that I think I've seen from my personal view on this season so far from a newly formed team.
Yep.
So anybody else have anything to say before we throw you back down into your rooms?
Any closing arguments? Court is adjourned. You may kiss the bride.
Oh my.
Objection.
Oh, also, Jordan wants your cats. There you go.
Okay, well, we will let you guys debate that.
Jordan has a thing for cats. I'll pull you back down.
Yeah, we'll let you guys debate that down there. And I'm just dropping them. I will unmute them, though, so that they can at least talk amongst themselves.
What a privilege.
There you go. I know. Hey, anyone?
Are you guys still live?
Yeah.
We are?
We're just doing our closing arguments.
Yeah, so that's
And anyone quickly disappears, like, okay, I'm out.
Well, there we go. So that's
another
it.
one tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow night is Cubists, or rather Bourbon on the Rocks, against Rush for Wool, I believe.
Right. Well,
Going from
night
memory.
for you, but going to be early afternoon. I believe that one is at, 2:30 Eastern? So, again, check the calendar.
I think so.
That
It's
is
all
going
there.
to be
7:30 for us.
7:30 for the Britlanders.
I definitely can't make that one.
I
Really
can
gonna
also
be
not make it, so it may be just you on your own, honey. We will see who else is available from the stream team.
Will maybe around.
Yeah, we...
Right, or Ray. We'll
Or
see who
Ray.
we can, maybe Duke can even pull it out for this one. We will find out. I know Play On Con is still going on, and that's keeping a bunch of people occupied right now, too. So tomorrow, either way, I will at least be here at 2:30 Eastern time. So there you go.
And reddit.com/r/MC tourney if you want to find out more about the tournament. The bracket is there, the teams are there, and all the info you need to know.
Yep,
Right.
an ever godly calendar as well.
That
Indeed.
calendar, I love that calendar.
I've never received an invite to an event before for a Google calendar. It was
I know, that was
quite
pretty
surreal.
neat to get
I was like,
that.
what is all this magic and
And it came
wizardry?
on my phone. I was like, you know, I was at the gym going, oh, look, I'm getting invited. I know, simple pleasures, but there you go. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. And for the rest of the matches, we have a bunch more matches coming up to finish up the qualifying round A.
Indeed.
Thanks
for
for
watching.
watching. See you.
Bye.
Ta-ta for now.